Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. It's time again to take a look at the top 10 PSA vintage baseball card sales on eBay for cards from the 1940s for April 2024. Now, in this month, you'll see a few familiar cards show up on the top 10 list, but a couple of surprises. And while there have been no new record sales for any of the cards, a few of them came really close. So let's go check out the top 10 cards. Coming in at number 10, we have this 1949 Leaf Stan Musial in a PSA 6. This one sold on April 5th for $3,929. It was an auction. There were 18 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 6 is $5,039. The record high sale, though, was $5,880 back in March of this year through Heritage Auction. Now, there were three other significant 49 Leaf Stan Musial sales in April. The first one, a PSA 3.5, sold on April 7th for $2,200. A PSA 2 copy sold on April 19th for $1,525, and another PSA 2 sold on April 7th for $1,469. At number 9, we have this 1949 Bowman Satchel Paige in a 3.5. The centering on that is spot on, nice registration, really great looking card for just a 3.5. This one sold on April 15th for $4,229. It was an auction. There were 47 bids. The current VCP average price for a 3.5 is $4,229. This is the first one that has sold in at least 12 months, which is why it is the current average price. The record high sale, though, for a 3.5 was $5,500 back in March of 2021 through eBay. At number 8, we have this interesting 1949 Leaf Bob Feller. If you notice, it is graded authentic, but it is also a wrong back error. As you can see, the back of the card, not only is it upside down, but it is showing the back of Sid Gordon, card number 131. So a very interesting Bob Feller error card to come up for sale. This one sold on April 4th for $4,500. It was a best offer. Now, the current VCP average price for an authentic Bob Feller card is $1,800. So this particular sale did not make it on VCP's database, at least as of yet. Now, the record high sale was $2,199 back in September of 2023 on eBay, and it was actually this same exact card that sold about a year ago. At number 7, we have this 1949 Leaf Ted Williams in a PSA 6. This one sold on April 26th for $5,200. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price, though, for a PSA 6 is $3,275. This particular sale did not make it on VCP's database, at least as of yet. The record high sale, though, for a PSA 6 Ted Williams is $12,000 back in March of 2023 through Heritage Auction. Now, there was one other significant 49 Leaf Ted Williams sale in April. It was a PSA 4 that sold on April 30th for $3,500. At number 6, we have this 1949 Bowman Jackie Robinson in a 3.5. This one sold on April 9th for $5,250. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a 3.5 is $5,261. So this one sold for right around the current VCP average price, but that little asterisk there shows that this particular sale did not show up on VCP's database yet. The record high sale for a 3.5 was $6,999 back in August of 2022 through eBay. Now, there were three other significant 49 Bowman Jackie Robinson sales in April. The first one, a PSA 1.5, sold on April 3rd for $2,800. An authentic altered copy sold on April 15th for $1,957. And finally, a PSA 1 with a mark. Obviously, someone wrote, looks like Jackie on the front of the card. That one sold on April 16th for $1,848. On to number 5. We have the 1949 Leaf Babe Ruth in a PSA 5. This one sold on April 5th for $6,007. It was an auction. There were 35 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 5 is $7,000. But this sale here in April didn't come close to the record high sale, which was $15,180 back in April of 2021 through SCP Auctions. Now, there were 4 other significant 49 Leaf Babe Ruth sales in April. The first one, a PSA 2, sold on April 21st for $3,350. A PSA 1 sold on April 27th for $2,625. Another PSA 1 sold on April 22nd for $2,599. And finally, an authentic trimmed, definitely a trimmed card. I don't even know if someone used scissors. It almost looks like that card was just ripped. But nonetheless, it sold on April 3rd for $1,677. On to number 4. We have this 1948 Swell Sport Thrills dramatic debut Jackie Robinson in a PSA 5. This one sold on April 14th for $6,200. It was an auction. There was one bid. The current VCP average price for a PSA 5 is $5,100, and that asterisk shows again that this sale did not make VCP's database, at least at this point in time. Now, the record high sale for a PSA 5 is $6,216, so this $6,200 sale nearly was a new record high sale for a PSA 5 copy, but the record high was back in October of 2021 through memory lane. On to number 3. We have this 1940 Play Ball Joe Jackson in a PSA 6. Really nice looking card there. This one sold on April 12th for $6,500. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 6 is $5,650. Now, the record high sale was almost reached with this sale, but the record high was $6,842 back in August of 2022 through eBay. On to card number 2. We have this 1947 Bond Bred Jackie Robinson, and this is the one where he's fielding with the ball in glove. There are multiple different versions of the 1947 Bond Bred Jackie Robinson in various poses. This one sold on April 29th for $7,677. It was an auction. There were 60 bids, and that is the current average price on VCP because it is the only reported sale and has a PSA population in a 3.5 of just one copy. And on to the number 1, the highest selling card on eBay for cards from the 1940s. We have the 1949 Leaf Jackie Robinson. This one in a really nice looking PSA 3 copy. This one sold on April 21st for $11,501. It was a best offer, and it sold below the current VCP average price of $12,259. And this sale, again, did not reach VCP's database again as of the recording of this video, but the record high sale for a PSA 3 was $25,500 back in October of 2021 through PWCC, and there was one other significant sale of the 1949 Leaf Jackie Robinson, another PSA 3 copy. This one sold on April 21st for $11,000. Well, there you go, the top 10 PSA vintage baseball card sales on eBay for cards from the 1940s for April 2024. As always, would love to know what you think about the cards that made this month's top 10 list. And with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.